I'm
And,
liking these skins for both teams, I'll say that.
Yep. Major differences here. Well, for one, I mean, I hate to bring this up, but the borders for We Love Food here is pretty much all platinum and diamond, and everyone on Diamond Attempt is actually gold or silver, which is kind of ironic.
How?
But
My question is, how do you get those borders? Because I'm always wondering.
oh, it's based on your rating at the end of season 2. So that's why I don't necessarily like to bring it up, because it doesn't necessarily correlate to their skill now, but it is an indicator.
Yeah.
And, but they did make it to the finals, so we definitely can't count them out. And I think it's going to be a great game.
Definitely, and we'll have to see how that Zillion plays in, whether he be top or middle. Because Akali can do both, same thing with Zillion apparently, and maybe the, inevitable tri-lane bottom.
Yeah, I would, as Orianna, I think she's hoping it's not Akali versus her, because Akali will be able to get quite a bit of poke in, and if she's able to dodge pretty much any of the skill shots from Orianna, she's going to be able to punish very, very well.
Definitely, and see Lulu with a full inventory here right off the bat, which is a smart play, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I always like to leave one spot open just in case. Or, not spend my gold so I can build towards something quicker.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty standard opening build. You go really far into that utility build. I personally always buy Pink Ward as my support. I just think it's really good to be able to have that control. You can guaranteed give your jungler a lane, a way into your lane without having vision, as long as you manage it properly. Thresh, on the other hand, opting for that Fortitude potion again, and that's going to make it really tough. A good hook from Thresh, Vayne's going to be in a lot of trouble, especially early game, if he's able to get some good auto attacks in. And we saw how aggressive this Trist is.
Yeah, and we see both teams kind of jockeying around their blue area where it's most likely that they would get invaded from.
Sorry about that overlay, guys. Alright. Yep, both teams actually, that bot lane opting to back here. There's not going to be any invade after this. Singed in a great position there to prevent any sort of invade and still be really close to top lane. And both teams playing really passive here. Looks like it will be Zillion mid and Akali top. And that's pretty standard too. She's very good at abusing those bushes as well. And can also use her stealth to get to the bushes safely. She just has a lot more options, whereas Zillion is more of just a straight up clear the wave, back off, clear the wave, back off. And try to poke as much as you can with the with those bombs.
Yeah, and we see Singed placing a ward down here right near the blue of the blue team, and that's just gonna give him a little warning on when Rammus is heading his way, or even Zillion for that fact.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. Like we were saying about Hecarim, Rammus is going to be able to close that distance very, very quickly, so you need as much warning as possible. You usually see the wards a little bit further down in the river when you're playing against one of those high-speed junglers, and Singed is definitely playing appropriately to try to counter that.
Yeah, and
we also...
go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, Akali also opted for the Fortitude pot, so it's going to give her a bit of kill potential early on in that top lane, especially against a Singed who doesn't necessarily have a ton of options early game.
Yeah, really all you can do is just kind of, poison trail, toss, and that's really about it, and then after that he's almost doomed. Whereas Akali is just energy-based, and it regens pretty rapidly.
Yep, and he doesn't really have an answer to that constant poke that he's going to be getting, other than the 3 red pots he bought. So he's going to have to be really careful and manage his health bar well if he's going to overcome this Akali in that top lane.
Yeah, and we see Vi trying to come in here on Zillion, but he does back off even without a ward placement. Akali did place a ward, I believe, up in that bush to try and scout for Vi. And Rammus and Vi just kind of pass each other up, and Rammus almost catches Vi out here at the middle. But they do back off to their respective jungles.
Thresh and Trist doing a great job bot lane. Tristana actually has about 10 CS on Vayne, which isn't that much, except for the fact it's more than double right now. So if she can keep this sort of lead up, force Vayne out of lane with the threat of that Thresh hook, and just keep this pressure on, she once again is going to pull way ahead.
Definitely, and she'll just pull ahead passively because of her explosive shot, so got to keep that one into consideration as well. A lot of people forget about the AoE from that.
Yep.
And as you were saying, Singed up at top here is having a hard time with Akali. He's got just a couple of health potions left. He still has a ward and mana potions left, though.
Vi flashes in for this gank top. Triss goes all in for that first blood, picks up the kill on Lulu, and Vi's going to make her pay for it. They're locking her down with that red buff. But meanwhile, mid, Zilean picking up the kill, already doubling Orianna's CS, and now with a kill advantage. Zilean doing a great job mid lane.
This is true, and however, Orianna does have her Tear of the Goddess now, which that's a pretty strong item for her. Yeah, that'll definitely give her much more sustain, and it'll be built into the Archangel staff. And then the
Rammus is going to show up bot lane and set up the kill perfectly for Thresh, and it looks like it may be Vi gets the double, turns that one around very well.
Yeah, and just shows you the potential of explosive force or excessive force rather by Vi.
Yeah, Akali doing a great job top lane despite the poison, forcing Singed to take a ton of damage. Does flash for it, but he pops Ghost, so the ignite will be wasted. Singed will be able to back safely, and now Akali's going to be in a bit of trouble in that top lane if Vi decides to gank in the next few minutes.
Which it looks like she's going to possibly go for golems and then may try and swing top, but Akali will be hitting level 6 here relatively soon.
She's just going to ignore golems and go for this. Akali being a little bit greedy right now, trying to farm, and she is going to recall in that bush. Vi has a small window here, but she's not going to take advantage of it. Doesn't know exactly where she's at, and just going to go ahead and pick up that creep under the tower.
And this Rammus coming in here at bottom, trying to make a play here, and wisely, Vayne and Lulu do back off, and Rammus gets stunned over there at the wall.
Yeah, it was very nice condemn. That ward in the river is kind of close up, though. It's not going to give them a whole ton of time to respond to Rammus. It looks like Rammus opting to do some counter jungle here. Or no, he's just going to come up around behind this Orianna. But at the same time, Vi coming around Zilean. So they may be able to turn this around. He gets caught under the tower. Zilean forced to ult Rammus to keep him up. And they will pick up Orianna with the time bomb. But again, Vi may pick up a double kill if she can stop this Rammus. No, he will get away.
Powerball is too good for escaping or catching up, so just shows you the power of that. And that tower goes down at bottom, and Tristana trying to jump in here, and that's a pretty bad rip right there by Thresh. He almost got Vayne in that, but nothing actually able to get her killed.
Yeah, Trist actually had just used a rocket jump, got knocked back, so it was kind of it was a great hook, but the timing was just a little bit off, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. Right now, the gold difference, both teams at 4 kills. Oh, a great hook from Thresh over the wall. Going to be able to buy just enough time to finish her off.
Tristana does get the kill on Vayne, and Orianna's there to save the day, and that Lulu won't die, but that Orianna's not where she needs to be right now. She needs to stop her mid from being pushed, but there's really nothing she can do.
Zilean more than doubling Orianna's farm at this point. Orianna did rotate bot, but wasn't able to help at all. They pretty much just ignored her. Picked up the kill on Vayne. Oh, excuse me. And again, We Love Food just pulling ahead. I was about to say, looks like Akali diving down on this Singed. Rammus is going to come up and
Rammus does get the taunt off, and damage. That Singed may die here to Akali, and does die to Akali.
Yep. Poison's not going to be enough to finish her. She will lifesteal off these creep. Vi coming around, though, from the bot. Going to try to make something happen here. Catches her in the bush, but the taunt saves her. Don't know if she's going to be able to finish her off here. Does chase over into that bush that way. And just
cue the Benny Hill music, and almost saved right there by Zilean. And that's going to be a lot of damage onto Vi by Zilean.
Yeah, he is doing very well here. no AP though at this point, just a catalyst and a tier. So he's just looking to stay in lane as long as possible, throw as many bombs as he can, and just be annoying as long as possible. Orianna trying to put some pressure on his mid tower, but just doesn't have the that pushing presence that she needs to be able to punish it.
And Vi almost catches Zillion out here, but he does manage to get away.
Yep, Trist picking up that red buff now, going to be looking to engage here in the next few seconds probably, as she does have that advantage. I mean, as well as the 2 kills over Vayne's 2 assists. But
Yeah.
really, the gold advantage this game is all in the CS. You see pretty much every lane of We Love Food winning as far as the CS count goes. Kills still very close, 6-5, but a 2k gold difference, as they do have that tower and advantage in all of the CS.
Definitely, and Tristana with the bulk of the CS, more than doubling Vayne's CS at this point, just slightly more than doubling it now, actually. And we
Yep.
see Vi here for a lane gank, hoping that Tristana and Thresh will be a little greedy, and Tristana may get caught out here, and she does. However, she can rocket jump out of this, which she does, and gets caught by Vi's ult, and Vi will get the kill on Tristana here. Vayne gets the kill on Tristana underneath the tower, and both Vayne and Vi will get away relatively unscathed here. However, Vi will have to go ahead and back out, otherwise she will die to pretty much any hit whatsoever.
Yep. That was a really aggressive dive there. It got a little shaky, but Vayne was able to pick up the kill, picks up those double buffs, and they got to be really happy about that.
Yeah, and this Singed now up atop is getting a little pissed off with that Akali at this point. And
he thinks he has backup coming, but he doesn't know that Rammus is coming out of the woods. He's going to go down instantly, and now Orianna is a bit out of position as she doesn't have a teammate to rally to. Rammus does pop his ult, so they're not going to be able to use that to pressure the tower.
Beautiful ult though, right there by Orianna, and it doesn't save her though.
No.
Rammus will eat a couple of tower hits. Same thing with that Akali, and they'll both get away without dying.
She pretty much just only took 1 hit, flashed out of range of the tower there. Orianna, don't know if that was the best ultimate actually. It didn't do that much damage, and it drained all of her mana, so she didn't have any other options, and she pretty much had auto attacks while getting dived under the tower there.
This is true, and I'm just looking at the items now. Orianna going for a Chalice of Harmony. Maybe she'll build towards an Athene's Unholy Grail?
Yeah, it's a pretty common item for her. Unfortunately, she's down about half the CS on Zillion, which I was not expecting to see. Thresh going all in here, trying to... Tristana actually diving the Vayne.
Yeah, she gets condemned right into a wall.
Yeah, Vayne, unfortunately, though, wasn't able to get that 3rd silver bolt on Trish, so she gets out fairly unscathed. Vi, though, coming around, wants to make her pay for this.
Rammus comes in, too, and taunts on Vi. And now Tristana's got free attacks on Vi, and Zillion gets the kill on Lulu during all this. Rammus gets the kill on Vi. And now it's a 4v2 situation down here at bottom. And Rammus is forcing them to go even further back, and there's really nothing they can do about this other than just hope for the best.
Yeah. Singed gets dived top. Oh, it may be really close as she runs through that poison trail and the creep wave, turn around and finish her off there. Great pickup for Singed. And despite despite falling behind, I'm sorry, I can't remember this team name. So
Diamond,
DiamondAttempt. Yeah, they're definitely hanging in there. Forced to pick up this, or able to pick up this dragon actually without any real resistance. Rammus is extremely low though, so Vi may be able to make a play here.
No,
close.
She backs off here because she knows that Tristana and Thresh are right there, and really, there's nothing she could do in a 2v1 situation like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, puts a pink down right as the dragon goes down, and on top of another pink ward, so they just turn around and clean that up, and the gold lead extends a little bit further in We Love Food's favor.
Definitely, and Vi trying to come in now from behind on Zillion, but he's going to port away just in time. Vi will take a couple of turret hits, but nothing that will put her in any extreme danger just yet.
Yeah, Akali doing a great job in this top lane. Does have a kill advantage on Singed as well as 20 CS at this point. Really just kind of bullying him around, forcing him to play really defensively when ideally he would want to be pushing out the lane and farming behind the tower and just being a real pain in the butt. Akali's doing a pretty good job of keeping him in check.
Definitely, and it's not something I'm used to seeing as Singe just being super defensive about everything.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I think Vi went ahead and stole the blue here from the blue team.
Yeah, Vi actually doing a really good job this game. She is 5-1. Her ganks have been effective. Unfortunately, those are all kills that should be on Vayne. Singe getting dive top. The taunt will go down. Rammus ult as well. It's going to be putting on that extra damage as Akali finishes him off.
And in the
Flash
meantime,
comes down from Trist.
Yeah, Tristana gets the kill on Lulu here. And Thresh got the kill on Orianna, which that could have also got to Tristana as well, but hey, assist gold is better than no gold, is what I say.
Vi going all in on this top. Wants the kills, knows she has the damage, but can't deal with all that burst from Akali. Focuses down the Rammus, and that's the wrong choice as she goes down pretty much for free.
In her defense, I believe she got taunted, so there was nothing she could have done.
Oh, no, I mean, other than not diving in against Rammus and Akali. I mean, it was a noble effort, but Akali's Shroud had just come back up and couldn't secure the kill, so she ended up getting it reversed and goes down in the 2v1. A lot of pressure going down on that mid turret. They are going to be able to repel them, though, as Singed and Vayne finally show up. Dark Passage will get Zilean out of there safely as he continues to farm this mid lane.
I'm surprised that Zillion's doing as good as he as good as he is, because, you know, as we said before the game started, Zilean does tend to fall off late game.
Yeah, but it looks like they're not looking for a late game here, as they are up 3 towers here, 15 minutes in, and pretty much dominating all across the board. And Akali really hasn't participated in any team fights yet. I think once she does, she's going to be pretty much straight up assassinating this Orianna and this Vayne, and then the fights are going to be very, very one-sided.
That being said, though, this Akali doesn't have that much AP. She only has 107 AP. She has a little attack damage, but not too much. She has more sustained than anything else.
A lot of her damage at this point is just going to come from her spell penetration. Akali does have decent base stats, so the penetration is going to translate into quite a bit of damage, and she'll be doing near true damage to anyone who hasn't bought Magic Resist at this point.
Yeah, such as
Vi.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Vi, Lulu, both
Vayne
going to be
don't have it.
Yeah, going to be taking near true damage.
And this Rammus getting caught out here, almost dying here underneath the tower, and does he get ulted by Zilean? No, Zilean dies, and Orianna gets the nice ult off too, allowing, well, actually not even a nice ult, because Rammus still lived and Orianna died.
Yep, that was pretty much 2 for free there. Rammus did get very low, but if you're focusing Rammus, you're probably already lost. I mean, it's very hard to deal with that, especially with a Zilean right there who could potentially have ulted if he needed to. Just really hard for Diamond Attempt at this point.
This is true, and Zilean somehow alive, even though he did die during that engagement, and he's now pushing middle.
Yep, this inhibitor in a lot of trouble, but 4 members of Diamond Attempt are showing up. That Thresh box, though, doing some real work here on Vi. Slowing down the whole chase. Thresh may get caught here as 4 members are all over him. Yep, he's not going to be able to get out of that one. But
and Singe is about to get caught out now, yeah.
Oh, Vayne catching a bomb there goes down. And it is actually... Oh, Vi does a good job picking up Zilean there.
And Akali now flashing away.
Yep. Triss getting caught out here. Vi is not going to let her go for free. It's up to Akali to kind of peel here. And this fight is so close. Ram is coming up from the back. He did heal, and he is back now. Flash is in, but not able to stun anyone there. Akali's going to finish off Orianna as Rammus picks up the kill on Lulu. And this pressure on this middle inhibitor is not going to stop.
No, it's not. And Akali also got the... Akali got the kill on Vi and Orianna?
Yep.
Or did I miss
she
that?
got a double kill there.
Yeah.
Oriana first and then caught Vi as well. So it's just Vayne and Singe to try to defend the base here. Singe trying to get as much damages on Rammus as he can, waiting for Vayne to show up with that true damage, but Thresh is going to show up and try to turn this around. Pretty good damage going on to Rammus, but it's not going to be enough. Vayne did back off, but Singe still going in, taking a ton of damage. And with Zillion showing up, he really needs more health in his bar than that.
Yeah. Zillion still doesn't have his Archangel Staff to... Well, I mean, at this point he really doesn't need it, but he should start building towards that, get another Blasting Wand, and try and go for the Archangel Staff to get that into the Seraph's Embrace. And now Vi taking a ton of damage here from bombs left and right from Thresh, and Vi almost dying right there to actually just a couple bombs, and Akali gets the kill on Singe here in the middle. She jumps right onto that Vayne and gets knocked back.
Yeah, Zillion actually wasted his ult on himself there. He got a little bit scared. I don't know if that's going to come into effect here, as pretty much no one's getting low. Akali taking a bit of damage, but still going to get this inhibitor. Vayne trying to put some damage onto Thresh.
Akali will die to Vi.
Yep, and that was pretty much Zillion's fault, actually. He did ult himself for no reason, and then he didn't have it for Akali, who really needed it there. Pretty good bomb, though. Picks up the kill on Vi, so pretty good turnaround. The pressure is not going to stop, but they did lose that inhibitor. There's not much else for them mid. There is some potential for Singe to do some work here, but Rammus is going to show up and lock down Singe for just long enough. Will pick up the kill. Rammus picks up the kill there. And I'm not sure why they're still here in mid. They're just being really annoying, trying to let those side lanes push, as the all of their minions do have an extra 100 hit points now.
Definitely, and this is... I don't know if this is a smart or stupid idea from the blue team to just go ahead and stay mid, and as you said, I think they're just trying to let the side lanes push on their own.
Yep. They're just going to keep this siege up, keep the pressure on, and just be as annoying as possible. But with Thresh so low, they really don't have as many options as they would like. Yeah, they're going to be forced to back off here. Vi's looking to engage, though. Forces the flash from Tristana. Rammus goes completely in and is trying to make something happen.
Rammus gets the kill on Oriana in the back. Vayne gets the kill on Tristana. And Rammus does get the kill on Vi in the meantime, all the way at the base. And Rammus coming in now from the back trying to get the kill on Vayne. No Zillion gets with the bomb.
Yeah, Vayne trying to cleanse the bomb, but it's not cleansable, and she will die to that huge AP burst damage right now. Zillion just sticking with here, getting that slowdown on Singe. The taunt is going to pull him way out of position, and he will go down. This is definitely looking like victory here, another victory for We Love Food, as those side lanes are finally pushing, and these creep waves are massive.
Yes, they are, and Akali working on that tower up at top with the creeps, which I feel is the smartest idea they can do right about now, try and get the towers down.
Yeah, and this bottom tower in a ton of trouble, too, as they don't even need anyone there. They're so busy trying to defend these super minions mid that they're not able to defend everything at once. This bottom tower will go down to this massive creep wave.
And Akali almost dies underneath the tower up at top to Vi. She lives and dies right there to Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu's going to go ahead and flash to go ahead and secure that kill. Vayne pops her ult in hot pursuit of this Zillion, but he speeds himself away, so she's going to get away. And now this bottom inhibitor is in a lot of trouble, as this giant creep wave is still pushing.
Definitely, and Lulu now can scare Zillion away, but I don't know if it's really going to work. It actually will work because Vayne's right there, and Tristana comes in, gets the kill on Lulu and on Vayne. And that's going to be the nail in the coffin.
Inhibitor. Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble here. They got a ton of creep going on their Nexus turrets here. 4 members of We Love Food putting the pressure on. Oriana trying to do what she can, giving a little bit of support to Vi, but she will go down as Thresh throws down the box. Zillion ults himself, so he's not even in danger of dying. He's actually going to try to die so that he can respawn with more health and mana. Meanwhile, Thresh and Rammus diving Oriana underneath the Nexus turret, and things are looking really, really grim here.
And Akali comes in here, is going to go ahead and get Singe, because Singe is just running around because he can at this point in time. He knows that the game's lost.
Yep.
And that's going to be it.
tower is getting focused down here. Yep, and that is going to be GG as Lulu and Vayne were not able to push them off. So, well played here from We Love Food, just dominating every game that we watched today.
Definitely, and I can't wait to actually see them in the next, tournament coming up here on the weekend.